Today, we're going on a field trip to a local hobbyist house to see his super colorful reef tank. What's up, coral people? If you're new here, my name is Remy, and this is the Bahama Llama Coral YouTube channel. If you would like to support the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you're notified whenever I upload new videos. This might look a little different to you because I'm at my parents' house. We celebrated Father's Day with them this weekend. And the way that everything worked out timing-wise, I couldn't film an intro or an outro, so I'm just doing it in their basement. I didn't want to miss a weekly upload, so I just brought all the equipment with me. Today, we're gonna visit a local reefer here in the St. Louis area. His name is Ben, and he has a super nice tank. I think you're gonna be surprised with a couple elements of his tank, specifically the lighting. So we'll get to that, but I feel like one of my favorite things to do is to watch tank tours all the way through, and then I'll put them in a playlist and I'll watch them again as I'm doing aquarium maintenance. I feel like having people talking about reefs in the background is always good motivation to keep going with any maintenance I have to do. I know, I'm weird. But one of my favorite videos is the Jason Fox Reef Builders video. I probably watched that video 50 times-ish. Also, I want to apologize because we had a little technical difficulty in this video while I was at Ben's house. I had him all mic'd up and ready to go. I was going to get clean audio from him. And as we wrapped, we took the recorder out of his pocket and something happened to that audio along the way and it just never showed up. I went back through the entire thing and I tried to correct each time he spoke, which was kind of tedious, but I hope that helps. And I promise I'll go back for a future follow-up because his tank is gonna grow in super nice. I'll eventually find a good workflow for these tank tours, but my motto has always been do it, put it out there, and figure out the process along the way. All right, well, let's head over to Ben's house and check out his tank. Look at this beast. What a fantastic reef aquarium. Ben, can you tell us a little bit about this tank in particular?
Yeah, so it's a 126 foot reef ready.
Is this a store-bought tank?
Actually, I got this off a buddy, brand new, never used it. I actually got a really good deal on it, 300 bucks. Couldn't pass it up.
Not bad.
Yeah, and it still had stickers on it, so I was like, all right. But yeah, it's a mixed reef tank, as you obviously can see. Nothing really crazy on this tank, just really like to keep it simple, you know.
How long has this been up and running?
It's about 2.5 years, so it'll be 3 in December.
Well, everything looks super happy and healthy. Is there like a coral in here that you really, really love a lot?
Yeah, it'd be definitely the dragon soul on the other side.
Oh yeah, and that's an interesting thing about this tank is it's would be considered a peninsula, right?
No, I think it's actually just your regular 120.
Oh, okay. So on the other side, you've got the overflow, so that kind of blocks the view on the other side.
A little bit, if you want to walk.
Yeah, let's walk over. Oh, nice. So you can just belly up to the bar and just check out.
Oh yeah, this is morning breakfast every day.
That's awesome. Okay, so I see what you did here. You kind of covered those up with some wood there.
Literally, they just slid in.
That's awesome.
Them out. It's really easy. But yeah, the hardest part was trying to build it up all the way to match that bar. I was a little nervous when I was building that if it would actually, hold it correctly.
Wow, that looks really cool from this angle.
Thanks.
Well, let's go around. Let's go back to the other side here. Why don't you kind of take us through from? Do you want to turn on the blues?
Sure.
Let's turn on the blues. Let's get this thing popping.
All right. So everybody's gonna ask.
Oh, we'll get to this for sure.
All right, so this is just the app. Whenever we get ready for these lights, I'll show you what lights I'm running. So there you go.
Oh, there we are. All right, so kind of take me from side to side on these corals and what you got.
Yeah, absolutely. So a couple of things up here I put up here because they're not doing so well. Like my tank absolutely hates acans. Like won't.
Oh yeah, they're a little small.
Well, when I started with those, they were full colonies.
Yeah.
They died off a little bit, now they're coming back, and I have no idea what they're gonna do. But yeah, I have those, just more of my high-end stuff's up here. Got those awesome white zombies the other day from a fellow reefer, probably my favorite Zoa I ever.
Oh yeah,
seen.
those are very cool.
You know, some stuff bouncing back in there.
So you got a little rock flower rock here.
Yeah, there's probably about, I want to say like 30 of them in there. Just, I've seen them, I don't know what they call it, like discharge a bunch, but.
Oh yeah, they that's how they spawn, right?
Yeah,
You've seen them spawn?
They all start shooting. It's almost like a chain reaction. It's pretty cool to watch.
Huh.
And then you'll find little babies, but the hardest thing is kind of growing them. You can't
Yeah.
really find them to, you know, feed them. But yeah, and then we go into a bunch of different zoo colonies. You know, those are some actually the first ones I had on that rock, and started this in a nano cube when I was setting this up.
Gosh, I feel like if you're a Zoa person and you don't have Rastas, you're not really a Zoa person.
Totally.
Big bird's nest colony here.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. I like the movement in it.
What's this acro hanging out back here? Is that a red planet?
Yeah, that's a red planet. You'll kind of see them spread out all over the tank, and on the other side, when we get there, they're fighting with Monis and on the overflows.
This is a Monopora setosa.
Yes. And gosh, when I got that, I think it was like an inch big when I got that. That's
Yeah.
one of my first ones.
This green slimer, or
Yeah, the big one is the massive green slimer that just needs to be cut and stop growing so well. Thing is taking over.
what do you? Okay, you got some pretty interesting stuff. I don't want to pass up down here in the sand bed. These are some Yumas.
Mm-hmm. I've seen the orange-looking ones. They say yellow, and then some people say like ultra oranges. I don't know. They're cool.
Get some. You got a little bounce here. Sunkissed, maybe.
Yeah, that guy is. He's been used and abused. He's been cut and cut again.
Everybody's got a piece of him.
Oh yeah.
Hammer. These some little cristatas. So now this is this considered to be an orange? Is this a wall or is this a branching?
So that's a wall hammer. I guess it's orange. I mean, got it from Seascape. Had it on there. I saw the price, and this was right when Indo was just taking off.
Mm-hmm.
And they only wanted 180 for it, and I couldn't believe it. And I just grabbed it. I've seen them everywhere else for like 500, and it was a big wall hammer too.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Have you ever tried to frag a walling hammer?
No, but I've been contemplating it lately. I'm a little nervous on that one.
Yeah, they're not super easy. I'll say that.
No, I don't like cutting through the flesh. That's not my favorite.
Got another little Zoa rock here. One of my favorite Zoas of all time right here. This is one of mine, the acid reflux. I love those.
Yes.
And I feel like the pink zippers don't get enough love either. I feel like they're pretty underrated.
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, they're cool. I have a thing for speckled center Zoas for whatever reason. Carpet anemone.
Yeah, he's a original in the nano when we first started.
Has he consumed any fish?
No, he likes to eat the exoskeleton of all the shrimps. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's kind of interesting. But man, he disappeared for almost a year. I didn't see him. Thought he was dead.
Yeah.
And then I rearranged my rock, and there he was one day. I was like, oh, cool.
Well, yeah, this is, let's get a little wide shot here. What a great centerpiece for the house. Yeah, no, I love the wood, the reclaimed wood look on the tank as the, for the surrounding on the stand, and that's fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, you got a Nem over here I didn't see.
Oh yeah. I was given to me in a trade as a rose. I assume it is, and I mean that's what I guess I'd label it as. But yeah, that is like the Houdini of anemones. It'll look like he's splitting like every couple weeks, and then he doesn't, and then that guy can never make up his mind.
And then what do you have for fish in here? Kind of give us a rundown of the fish.
Yeah, so I've got a pair of lightning gold maroon clowns. That one, the anemone, is just unbelievably gold. The female versus the male. Those guys are pretty aggressive. Put it that
I was
way.
gonna say, I feel like that was my next question was, do they bite you?
Oh yes, every time. Every time. Drawn blood a couple times. Then you got that Potter's Angel right there.
Have you had any issues with him nipping at corals?
No. So got him from a buddy who was in his actual CNA nips right there.
Yeah, right.
You know, he'll nip a little bit, but he never takes chunks. I feel like he goes more for like little algae and cleans up my corals more than anything. Got him from a buddy's acro frag tank, and that had him in there for 5 years. Never had an issue with him.
Wow, he's gorgeous.
Thank you.
You got a Niger.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of triggers, and he's just a interesting character, that one. He'll follow you around the tank, eat out of your hand.
Oh, nice.
This is pretty cool.
Sailfin tang.
Yeah, so that sailfin I found out the other day is pretty special. One of our fellow reefers told me that that is the first fish ever purchased at Art of Aquaria that was never supposed to be sold. And
Oh.
I got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, Art of Aquaria is where my weeping willow leather coral came from.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. There's a couple of pieces in here. These trumpets right there from there. That's from his display tank that I wasn't supposed to get.
Oh yeah. These are they kryptonite or?
Yeah, and like for some reason in his tank they were like $50 ballooned up.
Huge. Yeah.
I could never get him to do that. I don't know if they're like reaching for light in his, but.
I think I missed. Oh, there he is. I was like, there's a wrasse in here somewhere.
Oh yeah, so that's the. I've heard it called a couple different things, but the Da Vinci leopard wrasse is
Oh.
what Seascape had it as.
Okay.
And yeah, he's really just a fun guy. And there's Mandarin Goby. I don't know if you'll be able to find him. Cruises around. And then probably one of the most annoying but so necessary fish, in my opinion, because everybody hates fighting the sand bed and, you know, trying to get the flow right. And then you got the brown spot over here, is the gold-headed sleeper goby. And you'll hate him for a week. You will absolutely hate him. There will be so many particles in your water, but if you change your filter sock out constantly, it will start to trap them, and I never have to touch my sand bed.
That's awesome. He's big.
Yeah, he's huge.
You know, I think this is when I convinced my wife to let me have a reef tank. I think this is what she was envisioning. Just nonstop color in a tank.
Yeah.
It looks great. Well, let's take a look at your lighting really quick, because I think this is going to surprise a lot of people.
Yeah. So, like I said kind of early in the video, like, keep it simple, stupid. I tell myself this all the time. Like, everybody overdoes everything in this hobby, and that's my opinion. If it works for you, go for it. No fault there. But so these are the Bosley Chinese knockoff, $100 a light, no fan, 300 watt. They link to each other. Nice little app. Sucks to time them on the app, but once you get it down, in my opinion, absolutely worth every penny.
So you just get, are these on Amazon, or you got to get them up on AliExpress?
On Amazon, just type in Bosley 300 watt LEDs and you can find them pretty easily.
Wow. They cover a lot of surface area. I mean, for a big tank like this, $300 in lighting is unheard of.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, you're looking at least $1,500 to $2,000 if you're doing this with like radions or something.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm gonna send a shout out to Telegram right now to use the spectrometer on this brand of light. I think I'd be really interested to see how these hold up against other lights.
I would too. I'd love to put a power meter on these. Like, I've wanted to for a while. I just haven't.
Well, it looks like you're getting great colors in your sticks and your acros and everything. I mean, it doesn't look like they're starving for light at all, so they're doing the trick.
Yeah.
Well, let's go downstairs and let's see the filtration you got.
All right, let's do it. All right, so like I said, keep it simple, stupid. Literally, you know, obviously pumps up to the tank, goes across about 10 feet, I want to say, and then up. Comes down, filter sock, pantyhose from the fiance with literally cotton from like you buy at the store to stuff a pillow with.
Yep.
Change it, say about every week. Sometimes let it go a little longer. Got another pump coming up here into the refugium.
All right.
Too much Cheeto. Needs to definitely
So how do you light this? This is another interesting light here.
Yeah, I don't know what everybody else uses, but
did you just pick this up off of Amazon too?
Yeah, I think it was like 15 bucks, maybe even less.
Pink grow light.
Yeah, I've been running for like 2 years, no issues whatsoever, doesn't overheat. You know, pretty dirty in there.
It's fantastic. That's how a refugium should be.
Yeah.
So I noticed you also have a kind of a homemade algae scrubber here.
Yeah, and so that's basically the same lights for the other one too, just both sides. It's just so easy. I think that's like that crochet stitch material.
Yeah, yep.
Just rough it up with sandpaper and, you know, very, very low amount of water, and does a great job.
I mean, when you don't have to worry about aesthetics and you've got a bunch of room like you've got down here with this big tub, I mean, if that works, that's more power to you. That's pretty inventive there.
Yeah.
What kind of skimmer is this?
Honestly, I don't even know. Doesn't even have a name on it. And it was one of his leftover pieces of equipment, and I always wanted to upgrade it, and I was like, it works. Why would I upgrade it at this point? It was free.
Yeah.
And then you got just a little reactor, just stuffed with carbon. You know?
Straight carbon. And what are you dosing?
So I'm dosing, it's K2. I believe it's from Brightwell Aquatics. But yeah, everything just doses out over like 20 times a day, I want to say. And yeah, you know, you got your super expensive auto top off.
Yes.
It's high tech. Let me
Hey,
tell
you got to deal with the room that you're given.
Yeah, I'm sure it's dirty in there too. Just got that the other day. But you know, it's just gravity fed right to a basic little ball.
Float valve.
Yeah. And so then when I do water changes too, I don't even think I showed you this earlier. So, you know, close a couple valves off, skimmer off, put this one on, and it goes all the way through the basement into a sink by my RO system and just drains right there. And then I just wheel over my salt water I make and pump it right back in.
Very nice.
Do 50 gallons in about, I don't know, 10 minutes, I want to say.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I do that once every 3 to 4 weeks, dosing once a week, and I don't do anything else.
Well, it seems like a pretty low maintenance tank for what you got set up. How many gallons is this? Is this 100?
Yeah, so that's 100.
100 gallon Rubbermaid container.
Probably another, I want to say probably 100 pounds of live rock in there, maybe. And then what's upstairs. I mean, it's definitely overkill, but it works.
So I left a couple of links down in the description to Ben's lights on Amazon. The grow light that he had over his refugium isn't exactly the same, but it's still a cheap option if you want to buy. I also talked with Jim, or Telegram, on YouTube and on Instagram about putting that $100 light through his testing gauntlet to see if it's actually worth that $100, because if it is, that's a game changer. I mean, you could throw that up over a frag tank. Ben has such good growth with those lights that I think he's onto something. Telegram already purchased that light, so he's gonna put that through the testing that he does on lights. So check out his socials and make sure you follow him so that you can be up to date whenever he does release that info. If you don't wanna wait, you don't care, you think those lights are pretty sweet, you can spare an extra $100, go for it. I've got the link in the description. You can go buy them now. Do you like when I feature reef tanks? I've done a couple so far, but I'd like to do more because there's so many great tanks in the St. Louis area and beyond. I feel like these tank feature videos are great if you're stuck, need some inspiration on lighting or filtration or just coral inspiration in general. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope you want to see more down the road because there are so many great tanks that I can feature here in St. Louis. Things are good, and I hope things are good in your world as well. If you'd like to support the channel, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you're notified whenever I upload new videos. And please make sure to check out the amazing partners that we have here on the channel, Ocean State Aquatics. You want to talk about inspiration? Scott Crow just built a massive store, and you gotta go check it out. Also, good news, they've returned to uploads on YouTube. You can actually see what the store looks like from their perspective on YouTube, so go subscribe if you have not yet. And Reef News Network. Get yourself some amazing driving companions. Peter and Jeremy are great at what they do, and the Reef News Network is just one extra way to inundate yourself with reefing all the time. I hope you're well, and we'll see you back here next week. I have a forest of hammer coral that I received last week, so we're gonna need to frag those up. And of course, watch these videos if you're, bored and wanna binge some stuff. Okay, bye. My butt kinda hurts. Oh. So I don't have my regular stool, so I've been sitting on this suitcase the entire time. My butt really hurts. Ouch. Oh.